Okay. Let's see what the volume is like. Okay.
Join here today with
Tari. It's been a while since we commentated together.
Yeah, at least you're not sleep deprived.
All right, yeah.
Less sleep deprived.
Yeah, because Brett told me what happened yesterday when you guys woke up. You guys like woke up at
kind
like
of
11 or 12.
Here.
And then
Where's
he was
our
like, all right, I'm going to go downstairs. And you're like, all right, good night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? You just woke up.
I got out of the room at like 2:30 p.m.
I mean, that's what, when you travel from West Coast to East Coast, if like your schedule's already bad, it'll only get worse because like time is just accelerated for you guys.
No, see, this is how you fix your sleep schedule.
Doing now, you already moved and I didn't react to it.
Yeah, so they were definitely just hunting for the right moments.
Deeg getting sponsored for this event and maybe for Evo as well. We'll see if he decides to go up against Foxo 42.
Yeah, this will be a really interesting matchup. I think, you know, these players have definitely played before, but my understanding is that both players think that the other player is hard to read.
That's true. That's so funny. That's so funny. That's absolutely true. I was very much going into it thinking like this OmniD guy has very weird good. I actually do mean it as a compliment, but very weird defense. Do you know what I mean? So I was very nervous. That's so funny. And so was he. So
that's kind of true. OmniD is notorious for down backing a lot. Like he shares the same trait as BB because they're from the same region. They're both from Florida.
They are. They're both very much down backers, but I think
aggression comes from the fact that Outlam has a lot of stagger pressure that lets her do really scary strike throw because she has some of her stubby normals.
See, but when Omni runs offense, that's nothing about what he does is like confusing to me. You know, and the same with BB really. But the thing about OmniDeek's defense is he is quite patient and he's very willing to be passive and neutral and just dash block until he gets what he wants. So things like deep dash 2B to contest minus frames, things like that. So I kind of went into it with the expectation that like it's going to be hard to I'm not going to just frame trap this guy. This guy's not just going to mash, you know. I kind of have to present some threats with command grab and like get him a little bit more antsy to get him to budge a little more. Also, I had asked him in casuals like what his thought process on defense was, and basically what he said was I try to play reactionary. You know, when someone dashes up and presses 5A, I try to tech the throw. It's not actually that complicated, but everything past that is vibes. 100% is very just like I felt it or I didn't. You know.
Advance, but then she's got good long range normals and special moves and gut shot.
I think one of the things
people were very nice to me in this top 8 or top 24 onward to let me do a B&B during our button checks. I feel like just getting one combo down before we go in is really helpful. Oh yeah, I went Seeds of Heaven for this bracket. I was like, do you mind if a white guy uses a little Seeds of Heaven? It's a sick palette.
But his strengths, he has a fireball, but it's only in the air.
Okay.
He does have a couple of long range normals. He has.
Let me back that up for a second. So just this very first interaction here, I think the mistake that I made here was I did try to enforce these plus frames, but
he came out. But his
or frame.
He has a fireball, but it's
I think that I was just a hair late. So when you assault JB with this character, you're +1. So you really have to immediately mash out that 5A, and I think I was extreme slow. I think that move is pretty valuable as far as like closing in the mid-range, right? Because there are spacings like this where if they're trying to up back, you can catch them that way. And if they are a little bit slow, it's very easy to get them to with a green shield with this. And you still have that singular plus frame to work with. You still have a little bit of leverage from it. So I've been really liking this. Oh, and of course, if they're quite slow, kind of like Kaguya JB, it'll whiff over them, and you'll just end up like essentially doing like what would be with JA, right? So I like that option. I don't think it was wrong to use it there. I just don't think I was quite quick enough with enforcing it.
It's only in the air. He does have a couple of long
yeah,
range
this
normals.
is deep
He
dash
has
up
orient
TV I
thrust
was
in the
mentioning.
form of 2-1-4 punch, but a lot of his other parts of his gameplay might be struggling versus the other players in the cast.
Oh, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what I
never going to
pressed
see how
there.
this works out. I feel like Ogre's
I remember I got
played it
obliterated this
super
first
good against a
round.
character like Alno, so this will come down to a lot of decision making on Fox's part, I think.
I mean, Fox is known for kind of just being super aggressive. Oh,
I was even like waiting for it. I was even looking
Next.
for it, and it still wasn't enough.
Take it very
I had it in the back of my mind. Hey, he might do this, and it still was not enough.
One of the few Alno players who uses that pretty reliably in bracket. A lot of people like to say it's reactable, but as you just saw, a player Fox was just looking for something else instead.
Ooh, that was a nice
I mean, if
pickup
you're not
there.
expecting it, especially in bracket.
Oh, counter hit 2C, one hit. Spend the 100-meter. Gonna get a reload at the end.
Already has the vorpal cycle. You have to respect the rebeats from Eltnam. Nice throw tech, but Omni immediately pushes the button. Nice jump out from Foxo.
We scratch.
Nice
Oh
no combo.
No, not the ADP trade.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is, but and I thankfully I think this only happens maybe once, maybe twice during this bracket. But for whatever reason, sometimes I just miss my 2-1-4 and everything all crashes down from there. But yeah, I should know post CS not to be pressing 5A when they've got, you know, their ADP trade ready to go. I kind of expected dive kick, but yeah, that's just not one that's worth gambling on, I suppose.
That's also one of the things that she has. Her ADP, the first hit, does knock down. So if you don't have something that knocks her down as well, you might lose that trade consistently.
This is going to be a little bit of a scuff combo.
He's going to be able to take his turn. He does have the vorpal cycle. Going to be able to get the...
So I think the thing that would improve that quite a bit would probably just be cutting out 2C2. This second hit of 2C really heavily scales your route. Here, let me turn down Uni just a little bit. Wow, this game is loud. So let's see. Because if I try to do this. Oh, that would work. Okay, what am I thinking then? I think that's the one that I'm used to doing right there. But okay, this was actually fine. I should trust this from now on. Damn, you can even get the 2C, 5C. Alright. Good to know, good to know. But yeah, I didn't trust that, so I just went with, which I feel like in bracket, it's fine to just end your route in this. There is kind of like this phenomenon where depending on the height, you may or may not get your increase 6C into 5C. I definitely had a lot of drops like in casuals trying that over the weekend. So I think the damage loss is negligible enough that like in bracket you can just go for that. We're gonna see several like very bracket tournament stable combos that are a little more suboptimal. It's actually stuff that I've considered like making a video on, but it's like, do I actually want to advise that people take this damage loss? You know? But they're definitely like very comfy, cozy. This is definitely not going to drop kind of route. So
the bomb set. Nice throw again.
Damn, he just did another command grab. CS.
Okay, so
extend this combo.
let me explain here real quick.
That's also one of the things
I
that
think
she has.
that
Her ADP, the first hit, does not.
Resource management on this character is very strange. I think that when you're in a situation like this where you have a lot of respect from the opponent and you have a lot of resources to get through, the thing that you should prioritize is the setup. So this can mean playing lame. Like, you can kind of just play defense on offense with your situation here, and definitely you can like be more conservative with like 214A or even 236A CS to check their wake up. But the reason that I go for this command grab here is I still have a chance to win cycle here, but I'm going to cash out on these resources. I'm going to get the meter, and now I have this setup that I can work with here. And if this setup works, if I get this next hit, I cash out those resources and win. So that is the logic here, is that like every time you have resources and you have enough time on the cycle, the benefit of command grab may not necessarily be outright killing them, but it's then putting them in a next hit kill situation with all of these resources you gain from CS. So this is really funny. Let me just hang on. Let me let this rock for a moment.
Have the Morphle cycle. Going to be able to get the bomb set. Nice throw again.
Damn, he just did another command grab. CS, he's gonna extend this combo so the detonation goes off. Whoa.
Oh, he got him with that. The super unlock into the bomb explosion.
Okay, full disclosure, I have actually labbed this setup. I've definitely considered pulling it out in bracket. In this particular case, this was not the intention. I actually just went to press 3C and I got a DP input. I think that happens a little bit later on as well. So that was my bad, and it was very funny and it worked out, but that was actually not the intention. So, yeah.
That was rude.
It was going to be 3C high-low.
That was amazing.
By the way, the reason that you will see 3C high-low from me is quite simple. It's that if you are pressing any other button into 6B, it's not going to combo. That includes 2C1, which is the one where you actually kind of have a mix-up opportunity, right? You can do it from this, but you kind of don't have much of a reason to. But when you do it from 3C, you get a combo. You have your C normal block stun. So if they are pressing a 6 frame, you full combo trade. They need a 5 frame, and they need to like really commit to it. And you can also use this a lot in your other pressure to like condition around it, because you can do 3C increase 5C, and it is a 4 frame gap. So unless you're playing like a bananas walled player who just like really wants to buffer out his 360, you actually can't contest this without shield. It's going to win against throw because it's strike versus throw in the same frame. Strike wins, right? So 3C is really valuable for that, and so it's a pretty good, reliable go-to in those situations where you want to either that's like the partial low versus the overhead. Oh, you can throw this, by the way, if you're point blank. So perhaps do that. But you know, that's why 3C is a consideration at all. Apart from, of course, like beating the nut scratchers, people who want to press JA defensively, dashing up and pressing 3C is a not bad way to start your pressure. That's a pretty easy confirm, right? If you... Oh, that's tight. That's tight when they're doing ground throw. Very easy to pick up from there into some lazy stuff. So yeah, let's go back.
He's just like, I'm gonna do this EXDP. He's gonna block it. He's gonna press a button as the bomb goes off. He's in his head. That was well timed by Foxa. Plus frames.
That's actually so amazing. You used to see that sort of thing with, you know, like Batista or Carmine, but with Ogre, people just already.
I got messed up, and I'm so surprised that he didn't get horrible off that. That was just fuzzy
There's not that
mash.
many people playing him because a lot of people think he's weak, but Foxa thinks he is a strong character in his own rights. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let me just point out here that mash confirm is, I think, really valuable. I saw someone kind of instructing a newer player that you never use only one hit of 2C. That's definitely wrong. You definitely do. And the reason for that is it has lower proration, lower scaling to just do the first hit. So when you're getting like, oh, I'm just mashing, right? When you're just mashing some stuff out, you can still confirm this way, and it's obviously not a lot of damage, but it's very, very reliable. A kind of better confirm, if you're more aware, is that's better, right? I think you can still do this on two ways. Yeah. So if you have that presence of mind, that's definitely better. You have to do a slight delay on your 214 after 6C. So delay, and then you'll get your 5B. So that's better. That's better. But if you want to be a little lazy, then this is there for you in your time of need. You know, so many of the combos that were posted to the wiki really prioritize you confirming like this, and you know, that's, well, as you see, it may not be ideal always. I'm eating my words, but it can be difficult, right? If your plan was to block string with lows to check your opponent, especially after things like after you do this on block, and you just want to check if they're pressing anything, if they're going anywhere, you want to gapless low them. This is what you're going to do. Very rarely in the course of a match are you actually going to press this, because it's kind of a dead end without adding a lot more to it, you know what I mean? Whereas if you are cognizant of just pressing 2C1, you can save a lot of like really rough mashes. So
Staggers, yes. His 2A is pretty good, 5 frames. His 5A is also 5 frames.
One of the weird things about Ogre's bomb is that animation going off is not actually when the hit happens. It happens slightly after the animation.
Yes, it is something that you have to play against a lot to understand the timing.
oh no, misinput.
Ooh, full screen. Don't shoot any
Nice
projectiles.
punch.
Okay.
It is something that you have to play against a lot to understand the timing.
By the way, so the reason that I did not confirm this was I was just sending it because I really just wanted some high damage, and I really thought they were going to rub up on me, and I was correct. But the only way to confirm from this point on is with meter or with CS. And honestly, I should have just popped either of those things and just gotten a proper confirm. But I remember like all of these times that this has dropped for me on airborne hits, and I was just like, and so I just froze up and I didn't really use the resources to confirm. But I would need to use the resources to confirm this. Yeah, that was air hit 214AC. If it's air hit 214AB, I'm in the clear. I can do this and pick up no problem. If it's air hit like this, I do not pick up. I don't pick up usually. It depends on the spacing. There are spacings where I can, and then there are like spacings, especially like assault, where it's a little harder. I'm also delaying here. So that's kind of on me, that I should be like, you know, you need to like either use the B follow-up, which is less damage, or you just let this rock, and well, even then you may or may not pick up. without using a follow-up. That I think is also spacing dependent. That's pretty tight. So, what's the Corey route, Noctis? But yeah, if they are jumping like this, and you get a hit, and you are buffering out AC, good luck. You know, you may have to spend resources there, because so here's the thing, is if you delay this follow-up enough that you would be able to juggle it on the air hit. See how they're closer? So that would be good. That would be good. But if they just are standing, that same timing will drop your combo. And also, if they are standing and you go for that, and they fuzzy mash, so we'll add 3 frames here. And please block. You get hit. So all of the ways that you would use to confirm the situation, still using the C follow-up, are also the ways that you otherwise like put yourself in a bad state. So you kind of just have to be a knower if you are if you're dialing this in. And again, like the thing is, if you do get this hit on the ground, getting this is 3.7. Getting this is 3.5 at best. So you really, really want to get this hit cleanly if you can. And if they're airborne, you just don't. So maybe I'm just not... maybe I just need to... not commit to this ever until it's a punish, and just kind of accept the damage loss and not full send that option. That's probably what I'll have to do for now, but I kind of wish that that wasn't the case on airborne hit, because like if I'm instead doing this, all of this connects very, very easily, you know? No longer a problem at all. Well, I say that, but then I'm going for a something that doesn't reach. Oh wow, that was 2C2, that's crazy. But I can 6-6 this very easily, right? But I cannot on this guy. That'll get you punished. Oh, microdash 5A. Yeah, maybe that is the ticket. I'm looking at this Corey route. 2A, 2C, increase 6C, 24B. Oh, yeah. No. So the thing is, you do need both hits of 2C if you're going to do any of these like corner carry routes like this. So that's the difference, is if you do that, you're going to be... Basically, you're forcing yourself to spend meter, because every hit that you get, you should be ending with bomb, right? So in order to do routes like that, you need to be ending in this into either this or in the corner this, right? But you have to spend meter. So that's great when you have that in mind, that you can corner carry and like meter dump like that. That's good. But especially if you're not in a state where you already have resources, that's not ideal. You're essentially, I would actually rather put them back mid-screen with the bomb on them than end with them in the corner without a bomb on them. That's how much I value it. So anyways, so all of that to say, in bracket, when I got this air hit, I froze up and was just like, ooh, I shouldn't try anything here. I'm not going to pick this up. And that could have been my cue to like spend CS and then maybe cash out, and maybe that would have even killed. But I was just like, ooh, air hit.
Nice.
I do not have this. Look at that distance there. There's nothing that connects there. You're not picking that up unless you do like 2 and 4C or you spend CS. And I didn't do those things.
Punch doesn't quite get anything off of it, unfortunately, but Fox up in a really commanding position.
Oh, block the overhead, change shifter to make it safe.
Yeah.
Oh, gets
so
clipped by
when you
2A,
do
that's
that, when you
the
do
end of the
6B
round.
CS,
As long
you
as-
kind of incept them.
Combo, not
They're going to
quite.
be thinking about it from that point
2H2A
on.
is too bad of a starter, I guess.
Yeah. Oh god, the bomb's going off! And it doesn't matter because
And
he
that
got
is
thrown anyway.
that is the classic
thing to note about that
Ogre
mechanic of the
strategy.
bomb
You
is
know, you
once
put the
it
bomb
gets
on
to a
them and
certain,
then you run away
status,
until it's
hitting
time to go
Ogre
back
does
in.
not get rid of the bomb detonation. So if you wait too long, the bomb will detonate even if you hit him, acting as a combo breaker.
Yeah, you can also do some really strange things with it, though, right? You could roll the bomb, and that just seems like it doesn't really make that much sense, but
But that's another layer of, if you roll, I can throw your roll, and I get a grid break set up.
There's a
Gonna
better
side
combo
touch
than this,
most
absolutely.
likely, or just keep it screen.
This is the negative
keep it
corner
screen
carry
also.
route. Okay, let's look at what we could actually do here. Okay. Here, let's give you right here. And I have 100 meter to work with, right? Oh. I'm actually not doing that much more damage with that route, but I'm at least getting to them to the corner. Kind of the lazy routes that I have been doing off of those sorts of starters, they're not going anywhere. We're going in circles. It's like negative corner carry, you know? It's great when I get the hit from defense, but when I get it from offense, I should be trying to actually corner carry them. Because that's the difference between corner guarding and like getting your setup versus like having to chase with dash B or dash C and Rekka into detonating your bomb. Your bomb that is your baby, that you want to have, actually.
the low
Speaking
comes
of
out.
which,
That's actually good.
yeah, sometimes you just really have to enforce with
He got
dash
met
B.
with the,
You have to be
dash
really
B
sure,
there.
you know.
Oh,
Hold up, let me answer something here. Yeah, Garm, the reason that I'm on YouTube, I'll be honest, is just that I absolutely hate dealing with Twitch on any mobile device. I despise it. Like, it makes me angry. So I would rather just do it on YouTube, where it's just easier to navigate. So. Okay, when bomb is in final countdown, do you think it's more inclined to up back on stagger 5-8 pressure? Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, so yeah, that's the consideration, is like, if you are in the late bomb detonation phase, and they are running offense on you, holding up is like no risk practically. They have to do something extremely weird, like hit grab you or air throw you. They can't really VO you. So yeah, just holding up when it's very late like that is exactly what you want to do. But it's a very sticky situation if you give the opponent too much free reign, if you're too passive when you're in the early detonation and you have a lot of time to kill. If you give them too much room to work with, then they can definitely be given the opportunity to open you up. And that all comes down to player interaction. And I think that like there are times to do that, but I think that the more stable option is to actually just run away. or be pressuring and like scouting for their defensive options. You can play defense on your offense in Uni 2, but it's a lot more difficult than it ever has been in previous versions, you know? So you have to be careful with it.
He sent it! He sent it!
Omni, really nice combo. Going to be able to get the reload. Probably.
Yeah, thank you, Isaac.
Shield VP from Boxum, taking his turn back.
I was gonna say probably going to be able to win the Vorpal Slug. He does win it, but that was closer than I was expecting to see.
Ooh. Making space. No flinch, just plus frames. You're okay with Elton spending 100 meter there. Like, she got to throw off. You didn't get counter hit comboed. Wait.
Nice throw from Foxup. He does win the Vorpal cycle. Spends it to get in. Okay, just does the bomb toss.
Stagger. Oh, wow, that stagger was so clutch with the bomb set there. Made it safe.
Another one.
Oh, no.
That feels bad.
Yeah.
That was so fast with that return throw.
He has a cycle now, so he can kind of do a little bit of...
Oh, that was dive
doesn't
kick.
quite work out for Foxup. Omni will take it off of that whip.
It looked like Boxum thought Omni would do dash up 5A or dash up throw, and the jump C actually would have hit that, but Omni was just out of range.
Yeah, Omni actually just ran up and stopped moving.
Okay.
16 nothing. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Whenever you press this button, it's -11. It has no cancel window. You just need to do this every single time, and I just fumbled that. Never press this without that. That's your peanut butter without your jelly. You know, this is your peanut butter. That's your jelly. Make them go together always. You know. You can do more stuff with increased 6E, especially in the corner, when you can like use it to get closer and do stuff like that. But raw 6E, yeah, you should just always be buffering the lunge punch behind it. Always, always, always.
All right, fam.
That was a mistake.
I see you. Counter to a...
Should be able to get a bomb set under here into the corner.
Stagger, bombs getting ready to go off. Now it's going to go off. You can't interact with it afterwards.
Tried to bait the throw tech.
Okay, again, we're getting a
Command
setup.
grab characters are
They're
cheap.
going to get
I just want it
Vorpal,
down
but
back.
that's okay.
For some of the time, he does get the overhead into the bomb confirm. Foxup, nice corner setup. Going
Okay,
to
we
the
got another
X-bomb.
setup.
Do it again. A long combo to make sure afterwards the bomb more or less goes
Safe
off.
jump.
Yeah, it goes off almost immediately. You can go for the mix-up. He
Hey!
gets another overhead grid crush. That'll be it. for
Honestly,
Foxup.
that was a very risky one, but
that
it
was
worked out
clutch.
pretty well.
Showing
By
off
the
a
way,
lot of
I
the
did not
reasons
want to. I did not want to full jump against Omnidig because I trust his reactions, and I think that if I had full jumped, he probably would have air thrown me. That was what I was expecting. So that's why I did assault instead, and I kind of just hope that that would be fast enough, especially with like all that block stun. I was just gonna do that, you know, and then. I actually can't tell you why I 6-speed. I probably shouldn't have. But clearly it messed with his attempt to CS. and it worked out. So, yeah, so that was my first match of top 24. And so the things that I went in focusing on, which was just like giving Omni a very good reason to mash, and well outside of spacing traps and frame traps, which I think he is very, very good at defending. If I back up just a little bit here,
hit that, but Omni was just...
Should be able to get a bomb set under here into the corner.
Stagger, bombs getting ready to go off. Now it's going to go off. You can't interact with it afterwards.
Tried to bait
So-
the throw tech.
just going for it, just going for command grab and showing it until the point that I felt like he was going to actually respond. That was the game plan. So I feel like I executed on that fairly well. Like really, you know, all you need is the 5A and the command grab and the dream, right? So against a character like this, and also I think BB, who have really, really strong defense against frame traps and spacing traps, I think just representing the really strong threats and playing around the very simple win condition, I think that's kind of what you have to do against those types of players, you know. I was so happy with watching Pierre play this weekend. It was really a treat to watch him break out. Dude, as an aside, the way that he wins this is so...
Oh, the armor comes through again!
Super armor!
I like how I went right to it too. I got lucky. But just look.
Oh my goodness. He has.
Oh my god. He's popping off so hard. Yeah. Good ship here. Good run. Good run. Let's see. What is this? Aha.
I'm curious what the name we come up for.
All right, let me see the bracket.
Yeah,
you know?
let's see the bracket, but you do have Defiant up here
Yes,
and 2GIG up here as well, looking like they're ready to go.
Yeah, so
Defiant
I was
hovering the
actually,
Ogre. This is not the only Ogre.
I was actually pretty surprised that Defiant went Ogre for this matchup, because we're both of similar opinions that Ogre can really struggle into neutral dominant characters that have like especially really strong fireball games. I don't think that this matchup is like particularly good for Ogre. I think it's pretty bad. It might not be quite as bad as like Batista, but it's up there as like what I think of as a pretty bad matchup. So I was a little surprised that he didn't like go hide. Then again, Carmine's power level this version might just be such that like, do you really ever like truly counterpick the character? I don't know. I'm not sure. A Carmine player might be able to tell you. I don't know.
Ogre we have seen in this bracket so
Yeah,
far,
that's
though.
right. That would be very excited if we can see it. But whatever Define chooses to bring out here, definitely going to be exciting.
There's no way.
Oh, Pierre doesn't
I
play?
refuse to believe that. This is like
We
the
can
matchup
lure
that you
him
want to
in.
go into. Especially like if your aim is to
We
win.
can get him there,
Uh-huh.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. What?
All right.
No
Well, you know, the
way.
thing is that the mics are hot in the stage.
You're talking about he plays on PSN.
I mean,
That's right.
how noise
I
canceling
forgot.
are those
I forgot.
headphones? Can I stress test it?
Yeah,
Well,
being
the
stranded
characters are
on
locked in, so
PSN
we
that
are
play
gonna see
is
that Ogre.
a
Very
bummer.
exciting. 'Cause
I
this is a
was
fairly new
definitely
character.
there
I mean,
myself
the most recent one.
in
Hey, I mean,
2018
we're not too
and
far off from
2019.
another character, but let's see. We are going in here.
Assault JC finds
Assault
the hit.
is so-
Defiant has
so
also been one of the
pivotal
people
in
labbing
these
this character
types of
along with
matchups,
Fox.
you
So I
know?
know the Ogre is not too shabby, but I know 2GB has been playing
Like this
Carmine
this
for
character
what,
really
a decade
opened my
at this
eyes
point?
to like how
It's
extremely
nice to see him.
important
He
Assault
had a little
is.
bit of a stint
By
with
the
it,
way,
honestly, but, I'm always excited to watch him play Carmine. Definitely his spirit.
Defiant has been
this
playing
is really
Carmine.
important. So if Defiant does Assault JC here and 2GB backdashes, this Assault JC whiffs, and 2GIG then kind of has advantage. But something that Defiant has been using that I'm going to have to incorporate too is using increased JC on the assaults because it has a much more generous,
What a
like later active frame, right? Later active frame and generous hitbox. So when they do backdash, they get hit for it. You actually can't just backdash away from this. So it's kind of similar to like Byakuya Assault JC, Wagner Assault JC. You get that added benefit if you decide to increase it. It's still not plus on shield. There is like an extremely deep timing that you can do that is +1, but it is very hard to do. But you do have safety if they shield it and you catch backdash. So like for a lot of the reasons that you would use Assault in this kind of situation, it's better to just go on the increase there. I mean, the exception that would keep you from doing it is an extremely weird exception that I was like showing Defiant initially when we played, which was actually looking for Assault to 3C, which is like kind of it's pretty weird behavior, right? So shout outs to increase Assault there.
at this point.
Yeah, it's nice to see him. He had a little bit of a stint with the non-SA, but I'm always excited to.
Yeah,
watch
this
him
does not
play Carmine
connect.
play his spirit
Yeah,
animal, but, having some trouble
you got to
getting
be very
forward.
careful with your
Finds
proration when you're going for those.
finds the low here.
Nice, yeah.
I was saying on Twitter, by the way, 2GIG is getting caught by increased 5C2A. It's so over for all of you. If 2GIG is getting hit by that, it's real. I trust 2GIG's reactions.
Round 2, let's see if we can find something here on Defiant. Pressure, but just takes the throw.
One thing I noticed, because I played
Another one.
Gigabyte to
Yeah,
qualify for
he
the
knows.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is his throw timings are probably some of the scariest to get used to.
Absolutely. I mean, it's strike throw, right? It's all it spins, right?
Yeah, honest mids,
Oh, we're talking about mids in 2025? That's crazy. He's been doing that B-wheel setup quite a lot this weekend. It's pretty potent. He's looking for like green shield whip for it.
Takes a cycle from that, actually. That's huge. And into the corner, so Defiant, huge win.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins this, he's going to be locked in.
Yeah, that could be kind of scary when you put yourself in the corner like that. He definitely
Able to block everything here. Range,
he managed to get the optimal condition from that, which is that you just command grab them back into the corner. But the really scary thing about that you kind of have to use your lows to discourage is if they do backdash your command grab, it's very, very easy for every character to just backdash and punish it. It's quite high whiff recovery. Oh, he even shielded the follow-up, but he kept the stagger pretty tight, so he still got the counter hit. Oh, caught the twitch.
Nice.
That was a nice route.
Follow up with the bomb. This should be enough to kill. You have access to the Sivo as well.
Oh, that wasn't though.
Game 1 to Defiant.
Cookie is like, Cookie is losing it. But okay, let's go back just a little bit.
I was talking to Foxif about this. That is one of the things you can stagger on this character that actually makes it really scary to try to contest.
Yeah, it's gonna look like the first round here. Mike catches 2GIG, yeah.
So I am cool with this route all the way up until here. This is fine too. We're gonna air series, and then we're going to ground button into Rekkas like 236Bs, and then we're going to IW, raw IW. It's funny because Defiant actually scolded me about this. He was like, you shouldn't be like front loading one bar and then popping Sivo and then IWing. Like the damage is negligible. You're giving up meter. It's usually more damaging to just do IW anyways. I was like, damn, you're right. So then I felt betrayed when I was like, damn, you're so right when he gave me that advice, and then I didn't see him do it. Yeah, the 236B into IW, that would have been it, you know?
Give me that infinite worth. Game 1 to Defiant. What?
He's alive!
Carmine health.
Carmine health. We have 200 here. Can 2GB actually
good weight on it. Good weight. Good weight.
Oh no. He's got the corner. He's got 200 meter.
Yeah,
and
you had to be careful here.
Carmine.
You know, Garm, to be fair though, that chip
Don't fear the Reaper.
was adding up.
2 good hits here to close it out.
You only notice it against players like BB though.
Nice shield.
in my experience.
Has to respect the cycle though.
Yo, 6XC is -1. Who designed this character?
Defiant though does not have meter, but sitting on that cycle.
Nice.
Yes.
You know what's funny is
to catch the charge,
I don't know if it's still true, but I remember in the last version seeing that Carmine 3C, not charged, has a disjoint, but Carmine Increase 3C has a huge extended hurt box. So I'm not really sure what the logic there was using that, but definitely these buffs to DP vacuum made it so just like any clip on an extended hurt box, and even like a really stubby DP like Ogre 623B will do it.
Almost losing it right at the end eventually takes game.
The only player who you go to time who doesn't play Yuzu? True. That was a very brave Lariat round start. Very brave.
Has had some really strong starts actually so far in this set. That's where you want to be against Carmine, honestly. Just put 2GIG in the corner.
Ooh, nice.
There we go, the throw for the bomb.
That TRM window on that whiff green shield was crazy long.
Let's see if 2GIG can out of this. No, again, like you were talking about.
Would have been a little bit better to not spend the meter and confirm, but that's cool. Not sure about the steer ender there, but that's cool. Dude. There were so many times during this set where I was watching Defiant use lunge punch against this character that has a bajillion disjoints and was just like, how are you doing this, you know? So, because it was nothing that 2GIG showed me in casuals, you know? He played very differently in casuals, so I think Defiant might have been in some previous interactions and this one might have been fishing for 5C2A a little bit too much now. Now you've hit this guy with it once. It's okay to try a second time. I think maybe going for a third or fourth is a little bit fruitless. It's time to cycle in some other things, right?
Okay, huge hit here for 2GIG. No, unable to side swap though. That's huge.
Yeah,
do
and I
not
mean,
want to be here.
Defi gets the turn back, and now we're fighting for the Vorpal cycle here.
And with that tech, yeah, tries to chase with a throw, not going to find anything. The
Well,
launch, though,
yeah,
can't catch the
honestly,
jump.
that was pretty smart to not really try and commit to anything there, because
Almost taken away, but okay, huge hit here for Tigig.
No!
Unable to side swap though, that's huge.
going back a little far.
Not
Sorry.
wanna be here.
Defi gets the turn back, and now we're fighting for the Vorpal cycle here.
And with that tech, yeah, tries to chase with a throw, not gonna find anything.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if ADP would have even connected, and if it did, he also got nothing. So I'm not sure. I don't know if and if he does like JB and you're trying to air him from this position, that's not really working out either. So I honestly really respect Defiant for just being like, you know what? I don't have any guaranteed options at this juncture, so I'm just gonna chill.
Launch, though, can't catch the jump.
I think that was smart.
We're chilling.
Dude, okay. All throughout the weekend, when I played 2GIG, I was so shocked that I would be shielding Puddle,
Can't catch the jump.
and there was still such a RPS afterwards. The answer here, by the way, if he commits to anything directly, is 6C. You have to like 6C right here, but Defiant did not want to. So
Nice. We're chilling.
Right, Tigig trying to take this lightly here. Very nice throws.
oh my god.
Giving up. Yeah, Defiant. See if he can actually have him, but no.
Assaulting over that bomb was definitely main character energy. There's so much main character energy in this set from Defiant. It's crazy.
All right, so 2GIG is a full tank now. So looking in prime position to try and tie this up.
Great throw timing off of the 5A. The dash forward, you're still in bomb range.
Nice tech.
from Defi. Gets the Vorpal cycle as well, so we start. Good.
You know, I'm just curious. Let me check real quick. But I think unlike, okay, like when you're on Batista and you tech a throw, you actually just 6-6C with Reckless Abandon because it's 12 frame startup and you're +8, and your strike will beat their throw even if they like are smashing this frame 1, right? So you have no reason not to do that. You also leave the corner, and then you can also do that and be in the situation where against a lot of characters you just do this, and now you have a mix-up, right? So when you tech a throw as Batista, that's like really, really strong to be able to just dial that in. It beats so much, like, but when you are Ogre and you tech a throw, this 16 frame startup move is not going to beat them just smashing on you. So this was like a pretty hard call out, which I really respect. I think that's pretty sick. But yeah, and of course, like if you do tech the throw and you do this, assuming they don't just smash your extended hurt box. I'm curious about that. I want to try it. Here, let's set. How are we going to do this? This is a funny experiment. How do we do this? We have them. Oh, I could do it like this. Here, I could have them throw, which I then tech, and then I switch it to stand A. There's probably an easier way to do this. There's got to be an easier way. Oh, that does work. All right, that's sick. So you can do that. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's his version of it. You just wish punish whatever move they were going to throw out, and then spend meter to be plus. Maybe I'll try that out. That doesn't seem half bad, honestly. Does it catch jumps? I wonder. Let's see if it catches jumps. This is so scuffed. I'm sorry. It does. okay, so that might be something that I try. Because unless they're smashing B normals, which is pretty... I feel like a bigger commitment than smashing an A normal on someone's approach post throw attack. Maybe that's just me, but... Alright, sorry. Going back now. My curiosity is sated. We'll go back.
Wow, what a veil off here. And in... back into the corner you go. There's the bomb.
Nice fourth throw, half health for 2GIG. Still has a massive meter advantage, so all it takes is one hit for party time.
Defiant. Just using
We're still trying 5C2A here.
Not gonna take too many risks, just gonna make sure we can get what we can in the corner by 2GIG. Holding down back, yep.
Celestial Karma.
Yeah, so I think low-key, this kind of is... maybe this is just a player matchup thing. Maybe I'm not respecting Ogre's tools enough, but I think the common thread that I see in at least high-level uni play is that Ogre is probably not going to just be like frame trapping, spacing trapping you over and over again until you crack. He doesn't really have that degree of power as a strike throw character. What he has is a command grab, and he's got 8 normal staggers. Like, those are the bread and butter options that you have, you know? So I think your offense is supposed to be short and sweet. You're supposed to either hit them or not, in my humble opinion. I think that's been my experience. And if not, then, you know, you get this situation. I think that, well played by 2GIG, getting in this situation. But, like, against players like this, and Omni, and BB, and all them, it's really hard to just block string into opening somebody up. I think that you really have to commit to doing the funny thing, you know? Actually, I asked BB his opinion after a net playset that we played. I was like, what do you think are some good ways to delineate my offense, to really shake things up? And basically what he told me was, of what I know about Ogre, there's really only so much that you can do to delineate your offense. And ultimately, this Ogre character has to commit to things to opening you up, and you kind of just have to take those risks, because if you are too linear with your pressure, well, this happens. You know, and his stagger windows and like just the way that his pressure works compared to some other characters in the cast, like just like off the top of my head, some strong strike throw characters would be like Wagner, Tsurugi, Eltnum, a lot of these characters, Mika, the list goes on, right? But a lot of these characters have very, very ambiguous stagger, repressure, and throw points. So it's possible to mix up your offense quite a bit more. I think this character really is a little bit more linear, and he plays around that bomb win condition, you know? So yeah, I just don't think there's much value in dispensing mids on this character after a certain level of play, you know? Maybe that's doomer of me. Maybe I'm not. Oh my god, what a crazy match. I don't know. What do you think, Arm?
Yep, gonna get some HP.
Yeah, you get the free wheel off
Rolls
it.
out,
Nice
unable to catch
lead.
it. Oh, sees it.
Nice. Throw does
Gets
kill in
for
the
Daniel,
situation.
lets it rip with the DP.
Main character energy.
All to get needs one
I was very surprised that that worked. Someone asked me, like, right next to me in the crowd, I think it was Alps, they were like, would Ogre's 5A would work there? And I was like, I don't actually know. No, that was dash block.
Yeah, the tide's kind of turning now. I was going to say Defiant really starting off strong in this set, but that last round might be critical here because huge hit off the bomb for 2GIG.
Yeah, you get the 2-2C set here as well.
Imagine contesting Carmine with a bomb under you. That'd be crazy. Who would do that? You should just let him throw you to death.
There's that throw timing. I talked about it before. That throw timing.
Oh,
yeah! The bomb is scarier than 2A matches. 2 GB on set point.
This is actually crazy adaptations here from 2GIG, is really finding its footing on the defense. Oh, spoke too soon.
Oh no, what a drop. Yeah, the thing about after your 2-2 BC pressure reset is you can dash up and command grab. That's the real threat there, but at mid-screen you run such a risk of them backdashing and punishing you, you know? And going for throw there really is, it's more of a grid decision.
CS to see something that has been looking crazy.
Yeah, that is really good. 2C to start. 6B ends up getting blocked. CS it.
Good defense here from 2Gig. Pushing himself out of the corner.
That would have been such a great moment for just like a reactionary 3C. As crazy as that sounds, like I feel like that's so valuable with this character, you know?
You can FF the bomb extension if you want to. We're just keeping the bomb there.
Yeah. Here comes Defiant. Oh! 2Gig though unable to
Oh my god. Actually, I can't believe 2Gig actually killed there, right?
Yeah. Here comes Defiant. Oh!
Yeah, 2Gig 100% killed there and won the set. That's so unfortunate.
Maybe a C button, but
Yeah, I don't know, but looking to close it out now.
It's so funny to get guard thrusted and then just be like, nah, I'm coming back in full screen. You respect all my resources.
Spend meter.
Oh! Oh my god, that was so clutch.
That was mind control. I mean, actually just met 2Gig's dash block. It's crazy.
he had a whole setup there. He could have gone into the steer ender.
Oh, yeah, I think that was actually, I don't think that 2Gig expected JC to reach that far.
Dash block. It's crazy.
He had a whole setup there. He could have gone into the steer.
Yeah, that late, that far. So again, Defiant showing me some really good stuff to think about with Assault Increase JC. He almost gets the safe jump. He told me that he hasn't really lapped that out. And you do. You have to just grind it, you know?
Oh no.
No.
Still has CS. Unable to punish the jump over though.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh!
By the way, this happens to me relatively frequently, so I was kind of, I don't know if I should say happy, but relieved maybe to see that this happened to somebody else. But Lunge Punch sometimes will catch Assault, and sometimes it'll just completely whiff.
Yeah, I mean, Defiant's been caught. Oh, there's the unblock.
No meter.
CS to confirm.
Assault JC, or sorry, Assault in general is way more cracked this version for that though.
And the tech.
One up throw. Now begin
Way better as like a neutral tool.
Nice block, but
Yeah, 2Gig does not care about your high-low at this point. Oh, that was it. That was the moment where I was like, oh my god, how? Why? What?
not falling for it again. Gonna just let Defiant get the turn.
That was so crazy to me. Oh. So, yeah, like, if you're 2Gig here,
Not falling for it again. Gonna just let Defiant get the turn.
you just 6B. You just 6B. You just throw something out. What is this character going to do actually?
It's not enough.
There's legitimately nothing that you could have done as Ogre post guard thrust to contest. Carmine just doing Carmine things, but I mean that's the Yomi layer that you play on sometimes, right? You expect your opponent to respect you, and they just do full screen lunge punch. Yeah, I forgot how many really close calls there were for Defiant in that set. He really just like, he like threaded the needle there. Got pretty lucky in some places. I don't think it's unfair to say, you know. And then next up we got this.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be a big number uni tournament without seeing this guy somewhere in the top 8, right?
He'll sneak his way in. Even if he's not playing well, he'll always sneak his way into top 8. He probably has like some of the most top 8 placings of like any uni player ever.
That is probably likely. And yeah,
Even if he's not playing well, that's so you're so real for that, Cookie. You're so right.
So I was talking with Foxov a little bit about dealing with Ogre in general. And I think Byakuya kind of sits in a similar spot as Gordo, outside of the fact that his 5A is like half the goddamn screen now. But he's got slow frame data, doesn't really have he only has access to 1 meter reversal, he doesn't have a DP.
Right.
So things I think like
I red beat this, and I frown. I'm like, ooh, oh no, can I do a B&B?
to go very well, especially if Foxdog runs up command grab, Foxdog runs up throws, or even tries to do some funky kind of fuzzy setup, because I don't know if they work on Byakuya, but they might.
Oh no, okay, I've been trying to look at chat, and I didn't realize that I guess it wasn't updated on my phone, so I'm like so far behind. I'm so sorry, guys.
But when I think about BB, it's like he just
See you, Noctis.
But we'll see if those come into play here. So we're gonna jump into this.
Sorry, I'm gonna pause this real quick and catch up with you guys, because I was like waiting for Garm to like pitch in on something, and then like it was just silence. It looked like it was just silence, and I was like, oh, okay. Let's see. Thank you, Lightning Brook. I appreciate you. Yeah, needs the bomb leash. Needs the bomb leash. You know, you're right, Garm. I should have clipped that assaulting over 214A to send out to Pinku and just like show that it's not just Aurier A thrust. It's better thrust as well, as the Aurier players refer to Ogre Lunge Punch, you know. Yeah, using 214C to get out of the corner is possible. I think I did it once to 2 gig in casuals and managed to not get punished for it, but it didn't actually hit him. Yeah, cards. The increased 5C drop. Yeah, that definitely is real. And I can't, I'm not always sure what causes it. I think it's if you, I think I know what it is. I think it's if you dash B, but you 214B a little bit late, they're a little bit lower, so you don't have the height. So you just need to buffer out the 214B immediately at the end of the dash B. So. Losing aura and button check. Yeah, absolutely. I went to get, you know, to get more powerful from the 1B and B before going in, and instead I got debuffed. So that was an extremely uncharacteristic round start from BB.
Gets a nice grid break.
Okay, keeping the pressure slight. This is going to be a very slow matchup. The
Yeah.
last time these two
That was a thing of like, oh, I know that he's going to do that. I'm going to jump and punish it somehow, and that's very silly to think that way. I should have DP'd. For some reason, I wasn't ready. And again, I missed my 214, so I get a rebeat instead of 214A. I don't know why 214 is such a hard motion for me sometimes. Like, it should be the easiest thing. I liked Concentrate 6B on Omni, so I decided I would try it out on him as well.
More than just damage, right?
Exactly.
You always appreciate a little
You
bit
get
of
a little
that.
bit of utility out of it.
Just keeping it out with the card. The patience for both these players right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I'm used to when they're playing. Neither is going to commit to anything too risky. Foxa doesn't really need to commit to anything.
Exactly.
Has basically like a 2-combo health lead.
Yeah, I mean, he can chill, and he chilled enough to win cycle too, so we're feeling really good for Fox. Actually escapes that conversion.
Not feeling so good anymore. 30 seconds left on the clock,
Yeah,
though.
Big Flag might be
Nice.
pressured to try and Sensling.
Yeah, I think that I was a little bit maybe too passive there with my dash blocks. I kind of just expected that BB was going to let me approach a little bit more freely and let me mix him up, but he was defending his space pretty well. I think that's one of the major differences that I've seen in when we've been playing more recently. When we were playing before, he was giving me a little bit too much leeway, especially on things like 2B no cancel, dash up 2B, because he would always see my minus frames, walk back and press 2B. But this was casuals this weekend and in bracket, he was a little bit more active about defending his space, and I think that worked out really well for him.
Rising JC, not something you see that often, but Fox of
With a fuzzy OS of their own, scratching the nuts, Rising JA.
All right, so again, Fox of able to just take the first.
I get it, and then I don't confirm.
Oh, J2C, I haven't
a juicy
seen that
one.
from Fox of all tournament.
Okay, let me just show what we can do a little bit better than this. What you should be doing for your dive kick confirm. It's just a little bit better, but that's what you do. By the way, also as an aside, this is also your non-counter hit 3C confirm. So, yeah, that's what a more idealized thing would look like. It's also probably a little bit better corner carry. This is another instance of like the negative corner carry routing, you know.
See if Big Black can deal with the Ogre offense.
I was very surprised that he committed to that because I was definitely thinking about 236A.
But that was actually really clean up.
And yeah, it took me a long time playing BB to ever be comfortable enough to block web and press button, but that's where we got, you know.
Hold on, this pokes out, but yeah, the foot to the face.
Should be enough to kill. You have access to infinite word here as well.
I was pretty happy with my reaction on that. To just have the confidence to just see that he wanted to come in and swing like that. And I guess I had late debt to back me up a little bit, so maybe I shouldn't feel myself that much for that one. But it definitely felt like a situation of like, he's going to approach and try and trip me up here, so I'm just going to swing, you know.
If we see the Ogre mirror in Winners Finals, it actually might be an insane beach episode.
I'm honestly down for that. I am super down for that. We're going to see if Foxo can do it, though. Big Flag. See if he can step it up here.
Finally enforcing my singular plus frame on that one.
He's really willing to allow Foxo run his game, but it has not been working out for him as Foxo. Yeah, I think as Ogre, you're happy to take what you can.
Yeah.
That, by the way, that is the perfect example of kind of the lazy combo that will save you. That will save your confirms so much. Like literally buttons into increase 5C into stuff. That's how you save it. Oh my god, that was 3C. I was pretty yeah, it was not just me as it turns out.
You're gonna spend the meter. Fox over the CS though, but you know, that does force a block.
Oh, the top web was gone. Fox even thought it was still there. Uh-oh, nice 2-2X, finds the hit.
I really thought that he was going to like repressure with 6-6B or something like that, and I really wanted to represent up back fireball. I think I tried jumping multiple times in this. Oh my god! I just didn't press a button. I'm so stupid. But yeah, a couple of times I thought about doing up back fireball, and a couple of times it just did not work out for me.
Chance at CS though, I think Fox is feeling a little okay about that. Tries to take their turn.
Nice stash block. He finds the counter hit. Foxum is now out of the corner. We're gonna see a bomb setup.
Alright, here we go. We spend.
Here, Ender. What's the mix?
All the way to the corner. Now the mash out here from Big Black.
He got the 2C. That was smart. He got the 2C, so I would not have the opportunity to full combo trade with him.
Now the mash out here from Big Black, but yeah, the bomb.
That might have even been an attempt to 2-3-6C.
Here, Ender. What's the mix?
All the way to the corner. Now the mash.
And I definitely thought, based on this situation, that oh, I've got frame advantage. I'm gonna run in. And he made the correct read, because definitely I was going to like throw or tick throw. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it looks like it was. I was just going to command grab, and so he just mashed. So good on him. very uncharacteristically aggressive responses from him to the bomb, but well played. Well played. By the way, against a lot of Byakuya players, I think up back fireball, especially in these like further mid ranges, is pretty risky because they're pretty willing to just slam 2-2C on you and do the uni 2 thing and just be like, here's my meter option, right? BB a little bit more reserved, so I felt a little bit better about that. But I got the backdash, but then it was kind of an awkward bomb hit.
still won the Vorpal cycle even off of those 2 shields.
And yeah, I fumble.
Oh no, he thought the command grab would save, but the bomb detonation just a little bit too fast there.
Yeah, a little bit too late after, because you do get the invincibility frames while he's invisible. Yo, Celestial with BB, that's not what you want to see.
Yeah, you have full resources here as Big Black.
Slow and steady.
I don't know why I just didn't take my turn there. Honestly, backdashing was kind of stupid, because if I was worried about him popping CS, that would be me getting punished. Versus me throwing out a button and him CSing and me, eating a reversal. So yeah, that was a silly play. That was definitely like I'm not really thinking about the risk reward. I'm just kind of spooked, and so I'm gonna slam it. You know, that was a brainless backdash. Not very good. And again, I'm like looking at all these resources a little bit nervous, and kind of just playing a little bit too reserved, maybe giving him a little bit too much. Yeah, and that was just a. Oh, I'm not getting meaty. Oh, I'll stand up. I'll see if I can get that web out of there, and he got me on just the right timing.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, it's like you are never seeing.
That's the matchup.
You are never seeing the cycle.
Yeah.
You're never seeing the cycle. Yeah.
4.3K.
Yeah, I tried to hard read the tech. Not gonna find anything off the TRM attempt, but there's a chance we don't get Celestial for the 3rd time. All right,
Okay,
just the cycle.
Worry, but we're still dead anyways if we get hit. Nice, actually gets away with the flip. 5A right after.
Would you believe me if I told you that was an input error?
Oh.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Makes sense.
Negative.
I mean, we were running out of time there. Fox really just trying everything they could to clutch out that run. Not going to work out. All right.
Game number 3.
Oh, and then I get another input error immediately here. This is something that unfortunately has happened quite a bit. Oh, it's not this. I'm sorry, it's a later round. Hold up. I have to know if I could have confirmed off of that. I don't think that I could have, but let me see real quick. Let's give you CS. And...
この流れまだまだだまだまだだこの流れこの流れまだまだだこの流れこの流れ
Okay, so it has to be 2 Oh,
まだまだだまだまだだまだまだだこの流れこの流れこの流れまだまだだまだまだだこの流れまだまだだあらよこの流れまだまだだ
Man.
まだまだだこの流れこの流れ危ないこの流れまだまだだまだまだだ危ないこの流れこの流れこの流れ
Alright, it's so over. Alright, I have my answer. There was nothing that I could do. I feel like one of those times I got a 60-214A, but the reason is that I was doing TK forward. So maybe that would be the reason to do that? Question mark? Yeah, so I can do it with TK forward, but not neutral TK. I don't know. I guess probably against a player like BB who's either doing dash B or back dash, I can probably just do the TK forward, and then if he does dash B, I pick up. So I guess that's the takeaway: is don't even neutral TK, which is kind of a silly round start anyways that I do, but whatever.
Yeah, what a round round start, the hard call on the round start dash B.
What's up, Pinku?
But this is still kind of working out for Big Black if he can find a hit, which he does.
Yeah, secures the board.
Hold up, sorry, let me back this up just slightly. Oh yeah, so this is something that BB has been doing pretty consistently against me, because we've been playing a lot online lately. And I tried to frame trap a little bit early to account for it, did not work.
Find a hit, which he does.
I don't know why I did 2C no cancel and then tried to do literally anything.
Still kind of working out for Big Black if he can.
But he was ready. Like really ready.
Find a hit, which he does.
Yeah, secures the board. Will cycle off of that as well.
Happy labbing,
Not gonna be
Pinku.
enough to build 100, but do we spend here? No.
Tries to let it rip,
yeah.
and Big Black with the punish.
Huge damage. Nice. Gets the charge 3C routing. We are going to find the website. You are going to be eating over.
I don't know why. I think I'm much more inclined to want to squirm when it's not triple web, because I'm like, oh, I don't have all of that other stuff to worry about. He kind of sort of has to meaty me. He doesn't. He doesn't, and I'm silly for trying. By the way, nice adaptation to I intentionally don't tech the first time, and then tech the gold throw, and then here he's showing the real throw. He's nudicing. Hashtag nudicing. There it is. Yeah, that, you know what that is, right? I'm sure everyone has done that. Where you go to dash block, and you go to dash block again. Yeah. I should turn inputs on, I guess. But that is simply a case of you need to wait in between your dash blocks and like really do that, because anything faster than that is dangerous territory. So slow down there, Mr. Red Bull. It's okay. Oreo thrust anti-air Linné assault. Yeah, Pinku, earlier you missed Defiant trying to 214A and 2GIG just assaulting over it, and the collision boxes detecting each other, so he stays on the same side, and Ogre gets hit by Carmine Assault JC. So yeah, we're both experiencing both ends of it now. It giveth, it taketh away.
Yeah. The with 6B, another misinput from Foxup gives BB the web sets in the corner.
It's collusion. They're saying we can't have the Ogre meter.
Yeah, we can't see the Ogres. It's Ogre for you.
Yeah, I don't know. The power up from Big Black in this game has been something.
Yeah, I didn't like that web setup, so I decided to contest, and that worked out just fine. But
I don't know.
I was a little bit not ready for BB to just smash here, and I think given the grid situation, I probably should have just stuck out like 2C, because I was not ready for that to hit, you know. BB ends up contesting some pressure resets like that from Defiant later on in Grand Finals, and that works out really well for him. So that was one of those cases, but this was just one of those things where like I'm just playing on the wrong Yomi layer with this guy. I am too prepared for him to be too passive, which historically when we have played has been the case. So he made some really good adaptations.
Neither person getting the full confirm here, but there we go, 2-2. But
and again, I'm trying to like up back fireball.
Fox in a bit of trouble here. The fight for grid's still on.
Ah, that's another situation where like I'm pressing 6C, but then I don't buffer 214A correctly. And simply always do that. Simply, if you're going to press 6C, always have that 214A behind it. 6C actually is a half circle input. Did you know that? In order to press 6C, you have to press this. It only works that way. That's actually the only way that you can get your 6C out. You can try to do this, but it won't work. Half circle input. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, it's crazy that I zigged, but it was just like a zig. There was no g.
Yo, 6C at the Abare.
It was a half a zig.
Foxa wins the cycle.
And by the way, this was the thing that I was worried about the entire time. This was the whole reason that I was up backing.
Yo, 6C at the Abare.
I just did not want to get pressure reset with dash B. I just really wanted to call that out. And it happened to me anyways. The timeline that I feared came to fruition.
So
Not enough to kill. He doesn't have the normal cycle, I don't think. Yeah, he won't come into it. No, I know BB. He plays very conservative with his
why
meter
not? Why
dumps.
not? Right? We have such a huge life lead here, and we have our win con set.
By the way, that right there was definitely a moment where he could have 236 speed back and just instantly killed me. So I definitely got lucky on that one. This is so tragic. A very not Landrekia JC moment. Okay, so if Byakuya is going to press 2B, like so, I have to delay it. If I do this, it no work. I must apex. I must apex the increased JC. It's not that it's a bad option. It's a perfectly fine option. But it is not. It is not this move. So I just have to use it a little more smartly. It was the right move executed poorly. And that's exactly the type of thing that you can get better at, right? Very easily. Without getting into all of the player matchup dynamics and like all the RPS and any of that. The one thing that we always want to have control of is our character, right? Like these are very preventable things. These are things that like you can definitely see tangible improvement on, and that improvement can win you games. So that's what we're here for.
The JC actually didn't connect. That feels so bad if you're Foxa, but we get a command grab to start. You have to be scared of the CS though.
The
Just
throw loop. Wait a
him.
minute.
That was so smart.
His timing is crazy. His timing is unreal. His timing is
Yeah,
unreal.
the TRM before bomb detonation, the classic, right?
The JC actually didn't connect. That feels so bad if you're Foxa.
I was so ready for
Be scared of the CS though.
like
The throw loop.
super
wait a minute.
flash. I was ready for like 623C to jump it or something like that, but I was not ready for him to TRM. I think that might have been one of the only times that he's gone for that, you know?
I think the whole room was in a bit of shock off that last one.
The collective Undernight player base reeled back.
Yeah, Garm. Yeah, I feel like that's a knowledge check worth exploiting, right? Do they know that it's -4? Do they know? I'm just CS checking. Now, if I had done ADP, BDP, CS, then I would have been a true psycho. And maybe I'll consider that for the future. But, anyways.
In their chairs as that TRM throw came out.
But yeah, we'll play to BB. He made like all the adaptations in the matchup that I think that he needed to make for the weekend.
Yeah, crazy matches. I wonder.
And it was up to me to adapt back, and I did not do enough. It was not enough on my end.
It might go crazy in the next patch of the game. We can find the slowdown again. Kamone can reach into his back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the classic thing, right? You're like, this dude is like not budging on anything. This dude is so passive. I have to overextend to open him up, and that's when the 10K 5A comes out.
I mean, it'd be like Sonic.
Yeah, Garm, that is an Isaac level technique. By the way, shout outs to Isaac for shield DP.
Jumping into
which
the match
worked
here.
quite well against Omni.
We got Twang versus Foxo.
You got New England defending Foxa versus the invading Texas, and Twang pulling out the Jushichi pink color.
Yeah, the Jushichi color was legit.
Respect to the OG.
True.
Foxo though finding a hit, but yeah, not getting anything. With the throw, we'll take that though.
Yo.
Honestly, I do think that I was kind of trolling only doing 2C1, and that was definitely a grid decision. I definitely wanted like a green shield whiff or something like that. But man, that damage loss is like inexcusable, right? Wait, hold up. There we go. I mean, that could have been that. Could have been all that. But this? Nah. I mean... Sure, you know. That is what it is. That's the game we play.
Foxo, I noticed Foxo loves backdash on Ogre.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's almost like he's a Gord player.
Oh, that was supposed to be up back fireball, and I just whiffed JA and then got 60'd for my efforts. So that was just an input error and a half. I was pretty surprised when he just sent meaty dash C, but it really enforced very early on in the set that I need to spend CS on defense. So I think that was really smart, really well played by him. I think that's good to show, you know. Oh, here is the frame trap that Ogre has. You know, this is what he does. This character will do anything into another A normal and then stick another button out. You know, so.
Wangdo, well, I was gonna say has a life lead, but that is slowly depleting here.
Yeah, we're gonna find the bomb set up here. We go for the EX. Get the steer ender into the set play.
Yeah, I have to be really careful here, Foxa, with the CS too, right? So.
Yeah, I kind of played it lame on that one. I am like, maybe this is something that I need to get over, a fear that I need to get over, but I am very worried about just jumping forward at this character, Akatsuki, and Eltnum. Because characters with air throws don't really have to worry about the bomb if I am in tossable range. You know, I think doing the safe jump into up forward and holding back is really good for like checking people who just want a VO. That's what it's really good for. But against this character in Eltnum, I'm really scared to do it. So I just kind of punted and just like sent a throw instead. Oh no! Hold up, let's roll back just a second.
I have to be really careful here, Foxa, with the CS too, right? So.
Punting. Good damage still. Oh, that whiff 2A. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Twang. My bad, bro.
With a lot of comments on that one, but okay, the disengage, yeah, like you said before the backdash. If Foxa can find anything here, we'll find something. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that ended up low.
Props to me for not auto spending meter there, although the combo should have been much better.
If Foxa can find anything here.
Let's look at a better combo here. No. Is the damage on that starter really that bad? Oh, I know what it. No? Yeah, okay, I think if they're mid-screen like this is where you do this route, right? But honestly, that damage is also not that crazy high, so I don't know, I thought I was gonna crack a lot more there, but that That might just be what it is. You might just be looking at 3K or 3.1 if you're sweating it out on that one. It's honestly less than I thought. What about in the corner? I feel like I mostly get this in the corner anyways. No, not really any better. Okay, okay. That started as less damage than I remembered.
We'll find something, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that ended
Hey,
up
what's up, Cookie?
Yeah, we're happy with that. Spend.
Yeah, this is me being lame.
He hears you.
It's like I'm watching Gordo all over again.
It's like I'm watching Gordo. You're so right. I think that's legit. I think it's legit to just run away.
Because he needs it.
And then look, we get cycle from this. No, we don't. Never mind. My bad.
Tried to concentrate to get the CS, but not gonna work out. So Twang, one glimmer of hope here in the corner.
He's a 5, the one way to get out. Does have access to the point.
All right, CS
That's a classic, right? You go to press 5B on your defense, and they're in the air, and your 2C whiffs, and you get nothing. So I mean, I think that what I needed to be doing there was if I'm going to be swinging like that, then I need to just be. Oh my God! There's no way. Man, you mean I have to? Okay. I have to do that. And if they were to simply get hit on the ground, I would need to confirm that situation instead, because that also does not combo. So I simply need to confirm my situations more better. It's a little rough. It's a little rough. It's certainly not as autopilot as some characters. Some characters also simply have, more hit stun and active frames and stagger windows, so that they don't have to ever care about this stuff. Characters like that, you know. Like if I'm playing this dude. Oh, that's right, actually. Japanese players were posting this around as counterplay to that rebeat. So dope. But if I do get it, what's a good way to set this up? I just have a million years to confirm it in itself, and it's all quite easy. Yeah, Ogre, mortal character, does not have that option. Must be a knower. Must simply know and react and be good. All right.
Drop from Fox gives Twang the opportunity. See if Twang can make the hero.
Oh, that was funny.
No. Okay, yeah. The Aitatsu side switch off of the fourth top.
Tries to chase, but like you said before, that backdash.
It's just backdashing.
Oh, where are you going?
Yeah, choosing to nut scratch against Akatsuki, who traditionally has always done like ADP post CS, that was certainly a decision. I'm not sure about how I feel about that in retrospect, but on the other hand, maybe playing on that layer where they may throw, I don't know. It's RPS, right? Let's back that up because it was pretty funny. This happens quite a bit, actually. I see this happen quite frequently. A lot of people are not used to kind of the NRS player thing of you whiff a button and then you throw a fireball. But it's especially potent with his JB, which you can actually do on the way down again. It's actually that fast. So, so you can definitely do that. And if they don't shield, it's still quite plus. So I think that's a pretty good neutral option. I think even stuff like that is pretty legit. A lot of people will deer in headlights and press a button on the ground, and you get a nice, fat, juicy counter hit. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that
I'm gonna
interaction.
work as hard as to try and change my mind, but I spoke too soon here. The delayed air fireball again, coming in really clutch.
We stuck in this corner. We're staying in this corner. We're going
Shades
nowhere.
of Pierre there for a little bit, but yeah, the dunk.
This is actually a great amount of damage. Well, actually, this scales.
So I tried to post Fireball Oki. I'm only slightly plus, and I really thought he was going to Twitch, and I was right, but not in the right way. So between the option of 11 frame lunge punch or the 9 frame 6C, I went with the 6C, even though it would just actually whiff if he did nothing. So that was a read on my part, and I was like right-ish that he did Twitch. I'm still not getting 2-1-4. Wow, it happened more than twice. No punish.
Finds a counter hit, but okay, we'll get that one.
Yeah, we get 2 counter hits. The counter hit 2A is gonna work. We're gonna push to the corner.
I think that it's subconsciously I'm holding down back, and that's screwing up my 2-1-4 input.
You cannot be dropping those.
Damn, that
No way.
sucks. That
No
sucks.
way.
But yeah, I'm holding down back, and I think it's messing up my 2-1-4 input. But I'm not going to be like baiting Veil off during my my route anyways, so like chilling.
Give me the command grab.
I need to see Twang bounce.
Should just be holding neutral. That's the Batista player mentality. ABC always be charging. I'm a little surprised that didn't work. Hang on, let me back that up.
Back from this. That's a rough.
Let's see this. Okay, I just needed a slight bit more delay after the 6C and before the lunge punch.
Way to go. This is how we're gonna go.
That was a
out.
little too high.
I love that. I will.
That's-
Letting it rip.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was mind control. That was mind control. Got that. Nice block on the 2C. 1 hit away for Fox Up. Anything will do it. The command grab, not enough to kill.
Twang just letting Fox do whatever he wants here. We spend with the ball.
Oh, I don't know what he did, but that's what. Who was it mentioned asking before about when it's late detonation? Just jump. Late detonation. I'm scratching, bro. I'm in the air. What are you gonna do about it? You know.
That might have just. I mean,
I mean, it should be protection there, but
I have no idea. But he also got counter hit. So.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that Twang didn't get his 6C confirmed. That honestly, that could have swayed the entire course of the set. But hindsight's 20/20, you know. Okay, so now we get to watch Defiant also not not be able to make the Ogre work into BB. The adaptation's too strong.
We are having this amazing of a bracket in
Dude,
tournament,
5A OTG is so cursed.
So the impression here is that really be strong leading into that tournament, but that's not the
Also,
tournament
yeah,
we're
very
watching.
uncharacteristic for BB to be doing anything active game 1, round 1. This has been years of conditioning that he's always going to walk back round start, and he's only finally just changing that up on us. Like, this has been so long in the making.
All right, Defiant.
Yeah, I wasn't able to concentrate because the web was placed above, so that gave
So you did up back Fireball, but you had no resources, so it kind of doesn't matter, does it?
But 5BB will.
Not sure what Defiant was pressing there, but I think that based on the amount that I see him dash block in the set, it was probably just a missed dash block input.
Just barely here.
One,
But 1, 2.
two.
Yeah.
That's the Byakuya special. I want all my meter, and I want it now.
Something he needs it. Story of my life. All right. Round 2 here. Defiant on the offense, going to burn meter to try and keep their turn. See if we can crack open Big Black in the corner of the throw tech. He's BB.
He is BB,
Yeah.
and he does have Celestial. Celestial BB.
Yeah, not a place I want to be, I think.
Nice
Yes,
punish.
but-
He didn't pick up the confirm correctly, but that was exactly what you're supposed to do. You can react to that thing, you know? The startup is 17 frames, but it has travel time, so you can be looking at what they're doing, look at their animation, and be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to shield
But the second
and
one
punish him.
Now,
very hard to use it against people who understand that. And so like we were punishing each other in the mirror for using that move at all quite a bit. Until he has resources, big commitment. If they're nowhere, you know, if they're being like a little bit more passive, a little bit more reactionary and neutral, it's off the table. You just don't do it.
Throw into the web.
Yes, Celestial. This is Celestial's meter.
Here we go. We love it. Tell me why he can do this.
Very clean, very clean.
He needs it.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff, BB.
Words of Pomone.
How minus does shielding make it? Okay, so let's take a look at that. Let me answer that question a little bit more definitively. Here, let's set you to guard. Okay, so if you are very nice with it, I'm shocked that I got that on the first try. But if you're very nice with it, you can get a singular plus frame. You can see how late it has to hit into it, right? It's like very late. It's actually hard for me to replicate. There it is. But in most other spacings, it's going to be at least -4. If you do it a little bit further out, you can, you know, get that -2 or 0 or -1. But yeah, it's going to be -4 in most cases, and if it crosses up, it is always -5. And many characters with big beefy 5 frames, like Ogre's own 5A, Wagner 5A, Mika 5A, Linne 5A, all those will like straight up punish. Stubbier 5As, like a Kotsky 5A or Eltnum 5A, will not reach. So you can still do this and be safe on the other side. But pretty much whenever they shield, you should kind of just expect that you get punished at -7. If we do it like way further out here in those late active frames, -2, you're safe, but you have to be extremely precise on it. Like, yeah, if you factor in also just like movement in the course of a match and like how you may or may not be, you know, getting them dash blocking at you or things like that, it's hard to be that precise. So the solution really is just don't be doing it without resources behind you, or just no, or just be correct. Just be correct actually is the ultimate answer, right? By the way, in a lot of these spacings where you're in front of them and they shield, you cannot use this to keep yourself safe. There's kind of an awkward spacing here where they can punish you, or at least the 5 framers can. They can punish you, but you can't keep yourself safe to it. So you simply don't. That's the answer. You simply don't, or you be correct, or you have CS to use. Hey, what's up, ISO? So yeah, that's why shielding that move is really strong. By the way, I think that, just like for the record, it is very annoying if Shaley does this all the time. And it's good. I say annoying, it's good. It's very annoying if they decide that when you backdash and they are respecting Lariat, like you've backdashed, they have whiffed a button, and they are about ready for you to come in on them. Oh, I whiffed this. I'm shielding like this. I get punished there, right? So the thing that you have to do there is 6xc, because this will not reach. And questionable whether or not it's actually fast enough. Here, let me check this real quick. If I tap shield. So it does not reach. This will reach. So that is the important counterplay that you use to people basically doing the embarrassment low shield from way over here. They whiff a poke, you have backdashed into your 214B range, And if they are slamming low shield in response, then this is what you are morally obligated to do. That's how you have to beat that, you know. And perhaps in the future we will have to do this as well if they're going to stand shield. But stand shield has more recovery at a baseline, so that's still like doable, right? We can still work around that.
Big Black, 1 on the board.
And we stick with the Ogre. We went immediately into the rematch.
No
sweat for
hesitation.
Deppy.
I like it, but we did not really get to see much from the Ogre in that first game. So.
Oh man, that was such a great opportunity. By the way, this is such good.
Did not really get to see much from the Ogre in that first game.
That is such like high level uni fundies. You know, Infinity would do this quite a lot. He does not whiff punish directly. He waits for you to be embarrassed.
I like it, but we did
I whiffed something. I'm going to be embarrassed. I see you running in at me. I have to worry about throw now. So I'm teching, right? That is very classic uni. And then the kind of other layer that you have to play on sometimes is whiffing something like that. And BB is also very good at doing this. Whiffing something like 2B, seeing them run it at you, and then still just being brash and brazen enough to still slam buttons Abare, you know? Attacking from disadvantage.
in that first game. So,
Maybe committed to a little bit of a gimmick with a delayed charged AC there.
yeah,
but
bit of a missed
actually bit on the
opportunity.
sand
But
side.
we really need to see if we can get something going against the Spider here. But
Okay,
this is our best shot right now.
I was a little surprised that BB let him get away with that. Just for the record, someone asked me, because I think the commentators may have actually said something about it being plus. I don't think it was in that instance. It might have been earlier, but this is -4 without much of a stagger window outside of this move, which you then need to spend resources to make safe if they are shielding or if they're like one of those 5-frame characters. If you want to make this plus, let's see, you have to do that, and it's +1. It's very easy to misspace that. It's like very, very easy to misspace that and get with punish. So doing that from neutral, not very viable with that move. You can do it with that move way more reliably. Look at all that. Look at that, +10. If they are just letting you do that at them, then you can get in like that. That's perfectly fine. That's very, very viable. But doing this on no cancel and then doing anything else is kind of questionable. You don't have much of a stagger window to work with. You see me trying to like stagger out a special after that. The best that I can do is I can buffer 214B, and that's my frame trap. So you can definitely fuzzy match this on no cancel, and of course he can still then play backdash mind games with you. But that's not too hard of a point to contest pressure on, you know.
Okay, keeping the pressure going. You still have that web behind you, so it is still a little bit scary. Oh, 2 webs on screen.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh,
Immediately take our time. Okay.
kind of
The shield there, so that was going to be a free grid break for
kind of
Deppy.
misspaced that there.
Lead here.
See if we can hook by Big B. Still
That is not plus, by the way.
Wasn't un-
So if we have Byakuya shield here, Byakuya is +1. And I guess we can then trade 5As. But yeah, doing that increased assault, it's very good for all those reasons that I talked about before, of like it has more range, later active frames, so it can catch different things, right? But in order to make that plus, you have to go really deep with it, really deep, you know. So that was another place where BB potentially could have just mashed and it would have been
Huge
fine.
for Deppy here.
Yeah.
BB still doesn't have 100 meters, so we don't have access to a reversal.
Okay, we'll take a single throw here. Another one.
Honestly, this is insane behavior, but I approve of it. I think it's what you have to do. I think you have to do that. You have to be show that you're willing
Wake up, CS,
and make the hard call outs once they're ready to bite on it, you know?
Yep, just
did that.
It'd been like
I
that,
also
yeah,
approve of that from
we
BB. You have to check that way.
We just react.
We do speaking of
It's all
not reacting,
RPS, but like,
by the command grab,
I think he's playing it pretty well there, you know.
pretty slow round, all things considered, but a massive hit
Yeah.
to start this round.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, is that one actually gonna go to time? But we are explosive in this round here. Here comes.
This is kind of an awkward range, by the way, to have plus frames from your projectile, exactly because you have to commit to 214B in order to enforce it. Like, yes, I'm plus here, but what am I going to do? If I do lunge punch and you shield it, we've established that Ogre gets punished, right? And so this was a pretty big maneuver from Defiant here. That's pretty ballsy, especially because, funny enough, BB has also shown that he's willing to, at those kind of awkward I'm plus situations, be the one to preemptively assault, which of course would have like killed this dash V here. But yeah, that worked out really, really well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, is that one actually?
Just for grins and giggles, just for, I don't know, I guess posterity, what you can do on this. That's a pretty good starter. You know, you can definitely get more than that with a different ender here. Hold up, am I trolling? I'm trolling. I knew it was 3.5. I knew it.
It's gonna go to time, but we are explosive in this round here. Here comes explosion. Big black. And yes.
He's not even doing the shield on 236B anymore because he's just conditioned that you can't use the huge stagger window against him because he'll just shield and throw you. So like, yeah, we're pretty deep in the layers here.
Okay. This is looking good for Ogre here. Oh!
I have
Nice,
no
a
idea
stick
what that
burn.
was.
Very nice. Like,
Not too bad if I do
Was
say
it?
myself, not enough
oh
to kill.
no!
Was it IW? It might have been IW.
That's a rough draw.
And I
but
think
you
that
don't
would have
need to
worked.
have a huge life steal here, but we've seen it happen in this bracket, but not going to be this round here. Defiant.
Staggered 5
Yeah,
A's
1-1.
away.
The Ogre working out.
Yep. 2 Ogres in this top 4 from the looks of it.
Honestly, it's like, I don't know how much of this is
This is a matchup where, kind of like the Akatsuki matchup, low key, like when Byakuya gets webs on the screen, it very much does change the neutral dynamic, you know? You really have to care about those things. I say that, but even like Batista has to care about them when Batistas are proccing them behind him. It's a weird glitch.
Yep. He's really not one to
Blocked
commit
it.
to the website if he's
Yeah.
below 100.
Oh!
Dangerous.
Oh my! Oh!
We're gonna do.
Nice. Yep. He's really
Hold up.
not one to commit to the website.
Oh my god. Man.
150
Okay.
Dangerous.
Just jump forehead.
Stare down. Okay, fighting out of the corner here.
If there's one thing I know that is BB's weakness is a character with a command grab because you cannot tech that,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh! Fine forcing their way in.
Oh, nice.
That was footsies.
That is footsies. That is footsies.
That was footsies.
Listen, if anything beats
Where's the sign?
Byakuya 2B, it's footsies. It deserves it.
Still a bit of a light deficit here, but Big Black, yeah,
Nice.
no, not gonna catch.
Interesting. We both ended up beating out that from BB using backdash and then fumbling our punishes. So yeah, Ogre Gang, we're onto something with that backdash. Let's just get our punishes a little better.
Big
We're both
Black
fumbling there.
pulling ahead, but like you were saying before, in this set you expected, it is grindy, it is step-by-step here, interaction by interaction.
Nice, gets a huge confirm. Side switch with the command grab, absolutely.
The full bar here for Big Black.
Okay,
Everything
we're moving. We're having fun.
Yep, that's gonna work out.
Yeah, great stuff. Still has a massive meter advantage as well. Means the next hit does go into web set if we can find it.
Right, forcing their way in with meter,
Yeah,
but no,
236A just a little too slow.
Not here for the jab.
That's a Byakuya 5A in action. Finding its
I think raw 236C or J236C probably would have worked. The C fireball's a little faster, you know.
Finds a 2-2, but no confirm here. Defiant, try and crack open the spider. Ooh, the layers there, crazy.
Speaking of layers, you crack open the ogre like an onion.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cookie.
We got.
One. Oh, we're going for the kill.
We're going for it. We're going for it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, 5AB into the infinite where it should be enough for game number 3. Big Black up 2-1 in the set.
There it is. Critical point here if we want to switch characters. It's got to be now.
Yep.
But locking in instantly.
We're locking
Yeah.
in for life
Maybe
on the ogre.
like once he's committed to a character in a set, he doesn't really swap off. This is interesting. Like he'll make a lot of like very interesting choices at the beginning of a set, but like I actually can't remember a time where I've seen Defiant swap off of a character mid set. I feel like, or if he has, it's been like pretty rare, you know.
In for it in the corner now.
Yep. Okay, yeah, we just get the top web.
Yeah.
Rip. The DP,
Yeah.
which means massive damage on this 5C counter hit DP punish.
Yeah, had to try it. I respect
Absolutely, the raw command grab loses to Fuzzy Mash, loses to J2C, and all of those things you have ways to beat that are like fairly easy. But if you don't represent command grab, they have no reason to do them.
if we want to.
So ultimately, until he gets his win condition, his offense is pretty volatile. Linear, volatile, punishable.
Big Black on set point.
Whether or not you're going for that command grab, by the way, if you're just block stringing into 214A, which is kind of what you have to do at some spacings, and they shield it, you're in a really, really, really bad spot, you know?
It's got to be here.
It's not like Gordeau, who can block string into 22A and be, what, like +8?
Yo, the explosion, like,
It's just not the same. Your offense is a little bit more linear and a little bit more punishable, and you just have to play around that command grab, and so that you can get into your much stronger win condition of having the bomb on them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the life, it's still.
So yeah, you're right with your assessment. You have to do that.
Into the
huge
web.
damage, even off
Yeah.
the throw with Celestial.
Okay. Is this how it ends?
All the webs are
Defiant,
gone.
get out of this. Okay, Defiant trying to force her way out of the corner, but has to back off immediately.
I like that. Multiple 5As.
What is going on?
He's playing that footsie game. He's keeping him at spacings that can make him uncomfortable. I know BB loves to do that with Byakuya normals.
Well, there's all. Yeah, there it is. Just had to slack
That's
out at the
crazy.
very end. You love to see it.
2B, solid hit confirmed with the Sibo. Ends up taking it over Defiant 3-1. Moving into winner side of Grand Finals.
Well,
All right, now we get me versus Omni
Yeah, I mean, like you
again.
said,
Before we do that, I'm just gonna run to the restroom real quick, and I'm sorry, as you can probably guess, I don't have like a nice, pretty, let's wait for the stream to come back kind of screen. So, sorry, you're gonna suffer in silence for just a moment while I run off. I will be right back. You have, hello, I survived. You have elevator music playing. That's sick. I'm glad I did not detract from your experience. Let's go.
Like we can't afford. We're in the loser side, right? So we can't afford a reset or anything.
Yeah.
Like, we have to do it. But we'll see if it gets to that point. Obviously,
Yeah, I could see how that could be kind of similar in CF.
We're gonna take a
to
look at
Ito.
losers.
I
Yeah, Foxo versus
I
Bob.
kind of understand.
It's gonna be Ogre versus Eltnum. I'm curious of Foxo's thoughts about this matchup because one thing that I dislike as a board player going against Eltnum is how good 214 and 2C is catching backdash. I wonder if Foxo might run into the same pitfall.
My thoughts on the Eltna matchup are kind of that.
Yeah, I think that is going to be interesting. I think the biggest impression.
Yeah, I mean, it's Eltnam. You know, she seemingly she has a tool for just about everything, and her offense is really, really strong. She has an air throw. I really don't like that part as far as like trying to set up fuzzies or like baiting VO. It's hard to say if it's an outright losing matchup, but it definitely doesn't feel comfortable.
He ends up throw teching on defense. Like, it just works wonders.
Yeah, neutral again, it's really just been like, when I'm in your face, it's lights out.
Yeah.
We'll see if
Potentially,
that does
I could see trying CF out again on a more like simple. I'm not gonna say any character in CF is pick up and play, but maybe starting with Rachel wasn't the move. I'll just say that.
Could be the Boston Blue Bee team kill also in losers finals.
Yeah. I
Put
mean,
me
at
on
this
the
point,
put me on Silly
the
Jim.
system is working.
Who's
but
the
at
silly
this
Jim
point
of
now,
CF?
someone's gotta go.
I mean, it's like the same as Arc World Tour finals, right?
Right.
Because loser semis was.
Okay. I should not have doubted myself here because whenever you see the situation, man, I really should not have doubted myself on that. Whenever you see the situation where, oh no, did my controller cord break? Oh no. I am looking at a... Oh my god. That's broken. Oh, that's so broken. Uh-oh. Okay, well, this has been nice, the labbing portion of it, but unfortunately, the cord to my controller is decimated. I don't think I realized that I had my foot on it, and I guess it was pulling at the USB port, and that thing is just falling apart now. So, very unfortunate, but you're just going to have to take my word for it. Let me go ahead and just exit Uni completely. That whenever you 214A and you do the A follow-up and they whiff their A normal, it is your turn. You see them whiff that normal, you press your 5A. You are at frame advantage. You should be counter-hitting them for them whiffing an A normal and trying to press another one if you use that follow-up. This is really important because it's pretty easy to fuzzy mash any sort of delayed B or C follow-ups from Ogre, especially if you're using 5A to catch the overhead. It's really, really difficult. Nigh impossible, I would say. So you have to use this flip follow-up against fuzzy mashers, and if you do, you should then be mashing back. So let me back that up and
I mean, it's like the very,
let's watch that again.
Right.
Loser
Right there, I should have pressed 5A, and it would have counter hit.
That had to fight Mawaru, and a winner of that had to fight Sonaru.
That was, yeah, unfortunate, but it just be how it is. But we are going to the match here. So Foxo versus OmniDig right now.
I think Arakune's win condition is crazy, but I think in a game that I'm less familiar with, I would be more comfortable just having a character that I can just press some buttons on, have some pretty strong neutral and pressure. And if my win condition isn't as crazy strong, that's probably fine, you know.
Works here.
Backdash ends up working. I wonder
Until I'm more comfortable with the game, I think that's where I'd prefer to start.
count for the backdash that Foxo likes to do.
That is a nice thing. Oh my god!
There it is, by the way. The 214 ends
Yeah,
up
214 is crazy good. Oof.
That is the thing with Elnum is that she has every tool to deal with like any situation, really, right?
That would have been a great time to nut scratch because what the hell do I have to lose?
He's able to pinpoint some of these spots well. He certainly has the tools to deal with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Foxo lays a little back on the backdash
That's a really hard thing to contest, is like 2A no cancel into 5A. On quite a lot of characters, it's just very difficult. It just happens very, very quickly, you know? Especially if you've been conditioning with 2A staggers. We're going back. Don't backdash. Okay.
Another one. Does not fall for it. But will get frame trapped. All right.
Yo, Fox up with a perfect in round number 2. Not too bad.
Making Ogre look insane, honestly.
Wow. Great movement from Omni. Finds the counter hit throw.
Takes the grid break. Very nice with Omni Dig. This is where you do not want to be against them, but Fox up fighting out. Yeah.
I just sent it. I was like, this dude is gonna mash. He did not mash.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea with the side swap, even if we lost.
But at least with Eltnum, you have that added security of like,
Never mind.
I cannot explain to you why I did that. Actually, maybe I can. But okay, using 214B on block to side swap against like Eltnum, against Akatsuki, incidentally those air throw characters that I'm less comfortable with, because their A-normals are stubby, you can at least get away with lunge punching to the other side of them, and they truly have to shield you in order to punish. So that feels pretty good. But okay, as far as this right here, I know that this is the character with no mid-screen Oki. You know, she does reload, and then they have to enforce their pokes. And I was like, not having that. And same here, I was like, yeah, you have to wake up with CS. You have to do it for the one time. And I've got something for that.
Yep. So that move from Ogre, you can super cancel it, and that's massive.
Oh, that would have been such a great punish on Green Shield. Oh, yeah.
Says if the first one doesn't work, the second one will.
Does he build enough meter here?
Oh, it's so. I don't think so.
No, just
yeah.
short.
Oh my God.
That
no
was
way.
wake up dash throw.
I mean, to be fair, wake up, full frame reversal option.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was so fast.
Definitely not what.
It's one of those dash momentum throw things, right? If I'd used the B version, use the B version fireball right here,
Definitely not what Omni did.
I was cooking. I would have been counter hitting full combo to the corner, but nah, use the A version. I don't know why. Don't do that. Don't do that, kids. If you're gonna gimmick them like that, just commit to the full gimmick. I tried it. Oh, I do get it from movement, from dash forward. Let's go.
Yes, but no meter.
Oh, I didn't trust that it would punish.
That jab, but the fade away for Omni Dig.
Just 2B no cancel.
Yeah.
Run up throw though.
Alright, the fight for grid though working out for Fox. So immediately catches up with 2B, not gonna get anything off of it.
I felt like he tried to do 660 there, didn't end up working. The command grab ends up whiffing though.
Yeah,
I did mean to do that, but I had a read on shielding from him.
Ogre has one as well, which makes him not
I'm lucky that I did not get punished for trying to hard read him like that.
Rising OS, I don't think you're doing too bad.
oh, there it is. I was gonna say people have been really good about actually blocking the mix off the bomb, but we finally see it here.
That setup I've seen from Foxov, like the way he masks that with the flash.
Yeah.
is so
I'm finally using B. I decided it was time.
2C, by the way.
Okay.
There it is. And it wins me the Vorpal cycle. Let's go.
Ready for you.
Omni doesn't really know what to do. It seems like
Omni
Omni's a
dig.
little lost in the matchup.
Given the benefit of the doubt, say he's chilling, but at a certain point, gotta figure some way to get out of here.
Ooh. Yeah, I've been getting away with so much dash block into throw and it just working out. And that was like the first time where it didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, nice timing on that bail off. Catches though.
That's a very hard pickup.
Microdash 2B, but we
Yeah,
get another throw.
that's a huge loss, but okay, never mind. This actually did more damage. Actually gets to throw and cash out with IW. Crazy.
Command grab doesn't kill here, but normal
Yeah.
throw does.
Ah.
Just the chip damage with the bomb. Foxov with a 2-0.
Oh, you know, I actually didn't notice the chip damage on bomb. Let me take a look at that real quick.
Okay, never mind.
Oh,
This actually did more damage.
yeah, actually. No. Cookie's kind of right. That
Crazy.
command grab wouldn't have killed until bomb. And yeah, it kind of looks that way. It kind of looks that way.
Foxov with a 2-0 sends Omni Deke home in 4th place.
Real fast. Talked about Fox being able to slow down, but that was a fast set, honestly.
Oh yeah, I go to stand up and then I'm like, oh wait, that's right. I'm in losers finals. I'm chilling.
I go that Kuan character's like, let's go.
It's been interesting to watch. He did end up playing Kuan in the exhibition on Friday.
Yeah.
not
Yeah, I
really
saw that, yeah.
a great reference of how he's gonna play because he was.
Yeah, so that's the reactionary assault anti-air that I've kind of been referencing this entire time. Is like you should be able to do this against some characters who want to use this as like a slower get in option. Notice, by the way, here I screw up my combo, so I lose a bounce on it. Right there, I lose my bounce. And so what you have to do when you see that you're out of bounces at this point in your combo, and this I believe is too far for 5C, 6C B grab, what you have to do, as far as I understand, is you have to end with this, but then because you have nothing else here, you can go ahead and use this to at least get back to mid-screen. And you won't have the bomb on them, but this is kind of your consolation here.
Oh, I like that side switch. Yo, that was a little bit extra.
Yeah, he's going in. Like,
I wish I was going in on setting a bomb, but unfortunately I'm going in on
Define deals with this corner pressure.
just coping.
really
Oh, I wonder what I tried to do here. That was a great reaction from Defi.
See how Define deals with this corner pressure.
I wonder what Fox-Up has to do with.
Oh, 2B? Yeah, and his 2B was saying, no, absolutely not. You know, I think what would have been pretty keno right here would have been neutral jump force function. When you have CS, it's one of your better counter poke options. Like when you know that they're going to be swinging back, if you need to spacing trap them and you need to know that it'll work, up back A fireball is often too slow. And TK A fireball is psycho and also hard, but just neutral jump, so you're not that far away into jump force function CS, is really, really high damage. I think it may actually be 4K before the Vorpal bonus, and it's pretty reliable. So jump force function kind of sucks, but that is one place. Like this is exactly the place where it would have been really, really good.
I really wonder what his like defensive or offensive ways to deal with flash kicks.
Yeah, we had played the Ogre Mirror quite a lot, not just that weekend, but also like on net play. We had played upwards of 100 games over the course of a week, and he was probably just not feeling that. I don't know why I didn't cancel to C grab. I legitimately messed up.
This is an interesting way Fox-Up is playing this. He hasn't gone really for command grab enders. He kind of just sends Kuan full screen and then he chills.
No, I'm sorry, Cookie. I've been messing up. Also, yeah, the will to force function when I had Vorpal was just too much. Especially after that, being in the mid-range and seeing that he was out of meter. But nah, his own force function laser is really, really strong. And you kind of just can't. You can't as a reliable way, you know? It doesn't really change anything for you. Oh, the active frames on that. Yeah, I need to not be backdashing when I see Kuan run at me, you know? Because that kind of panic twitching is just getting me hit.
Looking really good.
Excuse me. So what I was trying to do here was 5A. And so this was the first interaction where I was just like, oh, I'm going to contest flight. And 5A was not it. 5A was not it. So I want to say I try 3C after this point. And at least once it works, I remember that much. Yeah, a little too far. Not going to do anything there.
It is nice when we already have CS that we can just afford to force function as much as we want. It's like, you know what? I don't care if you're going to win this cycle. I'm going to hit you.
We do have Celestial, though.
Yeah. That was a pin and crit donation. So, I mean, it kind of worked out.
Oh, no. That was everything, man. That was definitely, like, that could have been game one. Or at least a round 3, you know?
It's like
man, I just needed to press 2B on the roll. Man.
CS and meter
Oh.
steal the turn back.
If I was a little more cognizant, I might have been able to assault over the pillar whip and punish him.
Here, just trying to sniff out Defiant's options, but yeah, the threat could be a needle here. Putting out
Why did I take him out of the corner?
At this mid bar range.
Oh!
Okay, the flash kick ends up working. I thought he was actually gonna swing into the wheel.
That was a cool display of the wheel teleport.
Yeah.
Don't get to see that one too often, but oh no!
That's another situation where I probably should have confirmed with meter to kill, but in the back of my mind, I was just like, oh, I know that this doesn't work. I know that 2-on-4 AC air hit does not work, so I can't. Yeah, I definitely thought. I was kind of reminded of Mo Sin's playstyle more so than Shaylee's from Defiant. Oh, here we go. And I'm very used to seeing Kuon players get those plus frames from their jump normals and coming in for throw. So I just committed to mashing there. And then yeah, I had to full send the 2-on-4C at least one time in the set.
All right, near the corner now.
Why am I'm being so scared. So scared. I should not be so scared that I'm committing to throw, but then throwing Kuon mid-screen. That's no good. No good. Also, I'm so scared because I'm used to playing against the serial flash kicker, right?
Okay, here we go. Good start here.
But that's not this guy, so I need to play the player and not the character that haunts my dreams.
We're playing super safe here. We're just going to immediately spend RCS, get out of this corner, spend that 100.
Great defense, working on a Celestial. It's going to be close.
I think we got it, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, why not? You just gave me all this meter?
Yep.
They're just trading meter.
Honestly, that's kind of what it feels like.
It really has been. It's like, I'm going to spend 100 meters, steal my turn. Okay, you shield, you CS immediately, you spend your 100 meter, take your turn.
Oh no! What was I doing? That was the round. There we go. That's an example of what you need to do.
He actually staggered the follow-up to whip on the fuzzy 5A. That is going to be the round of Foxo.
Nice.
Huge.
Yeah,
for
that's
New
actually
England.
huge. Trying to find purchase
Oh
here,
man.
trying to
We're both just backdashing away from each other mid-screen. Neither of us want to deal with each other's approaches. Oh my god.
I was going to say it looked like it was going to be too slow, but no. We still get the punish.
That was a psycho maneuver for me to see him floating this far away and be like, I'm just gonna DP, bro.
We still get the punish, yeah.
Maybe a little less damage than he wanted.
Maybe don't do that.
Stop a punch finds another counter hit.
Wait a minute, we're going back to the corner now. All right.
Come here, Grab.
Oh my god, I missed it.
Trying to chase. I didn't hear from Defiant. We're forcing it with the wheel, but nice.
I love that timing.
That wheel.
Woo. Oh my god, what was I doing?
Yeah.
No!
I just needed to assault.
With the tech, he actually got
Needed
hit
to
with
assault.
Grid force. That's going to give Deppy the cycle.
Yeah, Defi burning everything, trying to find a hit here in the corner. The Fly Mix not really finding any purchase.
Yo, did he have Celestial Plus?
Yeah, that was something that I had practiced. And I just did not get a good buffer for it in the moment. I just mistimed it. But against this, you have to be able to lunge punch on a fuzzy timing so that he doesn't just do it to you twice, you know?
Tied it up in game 3, round start 6-6B. Again, the delayed stagger on that flip over to whip on the fuzzy.
By the way, he responded correctly on that one. So good for him. And I did not actually. I just decided I was going to be lame on that one.
You can to deal with that. Okay, nice.
I think that I was playing so scared all the way up to that point on my offense that it kind of, low-key without realizing it, I was conditioning Defiant to mash. Oh, nice. Honestly, that would have been a really good maneuver for getting rid of 6B, but I was, again, just so scared. I was just waiting on VO or something like that.
Sniffing out at some DP or something, I think, from Defiant to Defiant.
Man, he really guard thrusted lunge punch. That's crazy.
Okay, full jump into the throw. We take those to the delayed CS though.
Oh, finds it and a confirm. Nice stuff here from Defiant, but got a lot of life to burn through here. Foxham on a really solid life lead.
Yeah.
It has meters, so it's like, I mean, if Foxham gets another turn, you know he's going to take it.
All it takes is one Mappa Punch, 2 DPC to take your turn back, but all it takes is one EX reversal to kill the Kuon as well.
Yeah, Foxham just letting Defiant burn all of his resources right now. Lets it rip.
That was a pretty slow one. I don't think that would have even worked.
Okay.
We still get Celestial.
Yeah.
We still have Vorpal Cycle into this next
Time
situation.
actually matters here too. Celestial is important, but Foxham, you know he's playing defensive here. Has a lot of meter.
Oh yeah, that was such a bad guard thrust, man.
Actually matters here too.
All right,
Celestial
see
is
Kazuki.
important, but Foxham, you know he's playing defensive here. Has a lot. Okay.
We still get Celestial.
He tempted me. Tempted me with such a late flight.
Celestial is important, but not
By the way,
punished there.
We
Okay.
still get Celestial.
Yeah.
We still have Vorpal Cycle into this next situation.
Actually matters
just
here, too.
here,
Celestial is important, but
if not outright whiff punishing that, I honestly think just CSing here is still kind of fine, because then essentially we're RPSing pokes where I've got a 7 frame and a 9 frame, and he has some really good 8 frames, so we can both make some decisions. But like, I'm sitting on so much, I really should have just done something. And I don't know. This was very well timed from Defiant. He made me reach my hand to the cookie jar. I didn't even care, but then he showed me all those cookies, and I was like, I can guard thrust you.
Not enough to kill though. He doesn't have the meter to put this on, so what do we go for the Oki setup?
Oh, that was 623. That was 623. Not only am I not using my resources, once I am hesitating. And then I force function against Wheel, against Kuon, and yeah, clearly we're both a little bit nervous here, you know. Yeah, see you, Tweedo. Yeah. Yeah.
Pulling ahead here. Huge hit. Doesn't find the empty low hit, but will take his turn again.
Yeah, dude, I am just not taking my turn on the places where I am pretty much guaranteed to be. I have all the grid and I have none of the desire to use it or do anything, you know? I'm just scared. I'm just really scared. Finally. It's like, oh, I finally have a rebeat that's like in my infighting distance. Suddenly I'm confident.
There's the DP.
Honestly, that was very brave, considering I could have done like 2-3-6 into
I mean, Defiant saying, I got a backdash too.
into CS there, you know. And yeah, in this post CS situation, I should have known that like he's not going to try to throw, he's not going to try and 5A. Like, I needed to do something else there.
Yeah, this Kuon looking really strong right now. We did not see the Ogre mirror, but I think this.
Yeah, that was a Twitch backdash. Definitely should not have done that. I think that if Kuon is in the air like this, like threatening like this, outside of my immediate anti-air range, I think that low key up back is not the worst idea. It's definitely a better idea than this. But like, you know, between the possibility of like up back assaulting over wheel or laser, if they're like out of their immediate jump normal range, I think that up back is not so bad an option, especially when they don't have resources. And again, like, I should know that he's just gonna backdash.
Yeah, I think Defiance is doing such a good job at playing at this range where it's really tough for Fox to press against.
Yeah, this whole set is like, I get Celestial after Celestial after Celestial and do nothing with it. Oh my god, finally I catch it.
Great damage here. Still in there. Goes for the throw, doesn't find anything. So good stuff from Defiance, but eats that. Still have change it.
Oh my god, I tried to dash up 214
Still in there.
and I did not get it. Not in time. I was like, oh, I'll dash up and I'll 214 And yeah, I definitely did not time that very well. Look at, you can just barely see me pulling my arm back before I get pwned.
236 is a crazy wake-up reversal option.
Yep.
One hit away, we can get some Oki set up here.
Oh no, yeah,
That's funny.
celebration, like, too early on the wheel is going to actually lead to no Oki for Define, but hey,
Yeah,
doesn't
bad
matter,
twitch,
doesn't
bad
matter, there
twitch.
it is.
The needle
Dash
hits
block or
from both
something.
sides.
But yeah, I still have a lot of work to do in the Kuon matchup. Clearly I'm uncomfortable. This guy is not comfortable with Kuon on the screen. I'm getting Celestial after Celestial and not really putting it to any good use. When at the very least I could be doing like a guaranteed 2-1-4 ACS, taking my turn back and going from there, you know. I also just need to feel more comfortable running offense against Ogre or against Kuon in general. I've kind of been conditioned by Shaylee so much to expect that kind of like a dice roll flash kick is coming at some point. And that's kind of a risk that Kuon players feel that they can and should take. But that's not everybody, you know. Clearly, I have to play this player, not the character in my head, you know. The character of Kuon in my head is this big looming figure. And he knows this. This is why he switched to him, which, you know, that was a good decision. But, like, I have to play this guy and not the Kuon in my head. So... yeah, well played from Defiant, and yeah, I'll work on the Kuon matchup a little bit more. For sure, I was playing too passive, so. Honestly, Kaguya versus Kuon. I guess I can't speak to how good or not that matchup is, or how bad it is. But definitely in the same way as Kaguya, once you get your win condition as Ogre, then, you know, then you have a lot more that you can enforce, and you can always be correct on your strike throw and, like, get things rolling that way. One really nice thing is that Kuon Flash Kick will always trade poorly with Bomb. So you can, even without resources, pick up for a full combo if they try and Flash Kick late and bombed out. So that feels really good. But there are a lot of other things that in the matchup that feel really, really bad. So I don't know. Obviously, it's it's not unwinnable. And just having options like Lunge Punch CS to get you in once you have those resources that he hands out to you, like, that makes it winnable. You know, this is not some unwinnable matchup. This is clearly doable. I just have work to do, you know? So, anyways, those were all the Ogre games. I wish actually that I could pull up some training mode and just kind of close off with a few more things, like kind of some of the combos that we were both using that are like a little bit more tournament stable. The long and short of it is, here, let me just, where do I want to do this? Here, let me just pull up a document, and I'll just notate it out, because that's really all I can do at this point. I can't open training mode. My controller just broke, so what are we doing here? Basically, what we're doing in a nutshell is variations on this combo. So this specifically is something that you can do post CS. So if you're concerned about them jumping post CS and you want to catch that, or like a mash from a 6-frame character or something like that, you want to cover those options, this is what you do. 2C1 will allow 214AB to connect without losing a ground bounce, but you save a lot of proration that way. And then you pick up with 2B, and you get usually a second increase 5C in this route, 5B increase 5C, 5A. And this will work off of just about anything. I'm actually, I would have to go back and double check if this specifically works off of 5A getting this second increase here. I think that it does, especially on counter hit. I think that it does, but unfortunately right now at this exact moment I can't check. But definitely if you're doing something like counter hit 3C and you're worried about being able to pick it up or not, the rest of this is your lazy route. This is what you do. And it will be probably 200 damage less than something like this. I guess that's important there. Like, this is what you do when you want like a really, really good route. Your air series and you know, meter ender. Something like that will do like 3.5, whereas this will do like 3.2, maybe 3.3. So like, but the thing about this one is getting them to land on the first hit of 2C, a button that moves you forward, can sometimes be a little tricky. Like, so if they're directly above you, you might whiff it. So that's what makes this a little bit more dicey and makes this mad consistent. This is pretty much your tournament combo right here. So, yeah. All right, that's about all I got for you. I don't know. Hope any of that was helpful. I did this like totally off the cuff. So really I did it more so for the VOD than anything else. So I'll have this VOD around and people can take a look. Peace.